So the last thing I want to talk about regarding brushes, so this is brush module 3, is the default brushes and the brush libraries. So when you're using a brush, an art brush, let's say, and you've got whatever your shape drawn that you want to work with, you may want to use something completely different. So you can come into this brush library option, and you have all sorts of things, arrows, and any of these will pop up in separate windows. So I've got all these arrows that I can work with now. And so you don't have to actually work with, I could use the pen tool to create a really nice line and simply apply this brush to it by clicking on it, or this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, or this one. Okay, so keep in mind that the brush tool does not, the brushes don't have to be used only with the brush tool. They can be used to modify existing artwork or modify artwork created with other tools. Let's look at a few others. You've got a bristle brush library. So all of these different bristle typed brushes that you can work with. Now these probably would be best working with pressure sensitivity and actually using the brush tool. So here's sort of a fan brush shape. So you could get some pretty interesting paint effects using these tools. Now notice the blob brush does not work with these types of brushes. Only the standard brush does. Am I telling the truth? Yes. So the blob brush does not work with bristled brushes. But you can get some pretty interesting effects with the bristled brushes, so you should play around with those. Other libraries, let's close these. You'll have decorative brushes, Wacom 6D pen art brushes. What is that? It's a whole collection of pre-made pressure sensitive brushes that you can use. Okay, so play around with some of the settings in here when you're creating your artwork. You may find that the brush you need is already created for you, rather than trying to spend time making it yourself. All sorts of different borders and things like that that you can use, dashed borders. What these are great for is if you're working with, you want to create a really cheesy certificate and have this border on the outside. These work great for that. Maybe you're working for a cab company. So just another quick thing to pay attention to is the different libraries available to you. Artistic paintbrush. These are fun to play with. So these are actually brushes extended over. They're art brushes extended over. And again, even with art brushes, the blob brush does not work with art brushes. So the last module on brushes, brush libraries.